All right, guys, Gemini, I'm back with another video. And in this video today, we're going to be discussing just some ridiculous accusations that the WWE is a company that is racist, which is just beyond comprehension. So I kind of wanted to put some WWE fans in their place in this call. Okay, so everybody knows the situation that went down with Titus O'Neil yesterday. You know, everybody knows about his suspension and whatnot. Titus O'Neil had his suspension reduced to 60 days. It was originally 90 days, and they reduced the suspension to 60 days. You guys are way too quick to call the race card, way too quick to call the WWE racist because a black guy got suspended. I mean, aren't we a little quick to play the race card in this situation? Are you guys telling me that if it was a white guy who grabbed Vince McMahon yesterday, Vince McMahon wouldn't suspend him? I mean, the thinking behind this is just ridiculous. I'm guaranteeing you, if it was a white guy yesterday grabbing Vince McMahon on the way up the ramp, Vince would have not hesitated to suspend him as well. Vince didn't suspend Titus O'Neil because he was a black guy. Vince suspended Titus O'Neil because he's sending an example that the talent needs to keep their hands off of him. I mean, where do you guys get that the WWE is racist out of this? Because he suspended a black guy. I mean, he didn't suspend him because he was black. You know, I mean, that wasn't the reason why he suspended him. He suspended him because he pulled him off to the side and put his hands on him, you know, put his arms all over him. That's why Titus got suspended. It had nothing to do with skin color. If anything, WWE is one of the companies that is way against prejudice stuff. I mean, WWE is like really, really good about not being racist. I mean, WWE is not a racist company. If they were racist, do you think that they would celebrate every single Martin Luther King Day, you know, every January? Do you think they would have had black guys be their world champion like Booker T, you know, and a few others? Do you think that if they were really racist, they would celebrate Black History Month? You guys are so extreme. I've never met a group of more extreme fans who are so quick to get on Vince McMahon's case after everything Vince McMahon has done for the wrestling fans. And just immediately it turns to Vince McMahon is racist because he suspends one black wrestler because the black wrestler messes up. I mean, the thinking behind this is just beyond comprehension. Was wrestling racist before? Yes, absolutely. There was a ton of race issues back in the day. I mean, you can ask Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. I mean, he dealt with it. He's no longer with us, but back in the day, he dealt with it. Ron Simmons dealt with it. There's been a ton of wrestlers back in the day who have dealt with race issues. I mean, I've seen shoot interviews with Kamala. Same thing. Kamala dealt with it his whole career. Even Bad News Brown. When Bad News Brown was alive, he said that he almost had to attack Andre the Giant on a bus one day because Andre the Giant called him the N-word. I mean, it's ridiculous. You guys are so quick to play the race card. You know, just because one black wrestler gets suspended for messing up. It makes no sense to me how everything has to go to the fault of Vince McMahon, and he's a racist, and he's a piece of shit, and Vince McMahon did this, and Vince McMahon did that. The thinking behind this is ridiculous. Seriously, you guys need to get out of your mom's basement, go out, you know, get on farmersonly.com, you know, meet a girlfriend, make some friends, and stop thinking of this stupid stuff that you guys think of inside your houses about the WWE being racist. I've seen so much stupid stuff everyone's blaming Vince in the situation. It's not Vince's fault. Vince did what he had to do to protect himself and protect his company. I mean, you guys see, oh, rich white owner suspends a black guy. He must be racist. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, God, this reminds me of when Mickey James or whatever got fired from the WWE, and the nut job calls up the Titan Towers and threatens to bomb them. I mean, how many wackadoos a day call up the WWE office and say, hey, you better push my favorite wrestler or I'm going to come blow up your building. I can't believe you fired Mickey James or I'm going to come blow up your building. Wrestling fans, WWE fans are crazy. They're out of their minds. I mean, I know that there's a lot of good WWE fans out there, but I mean, half these guys are nuts, man. I mean, I can remember years ago watching the pay-per-view at a local sports bar, going to the sports bar, and you should have seen some of these people. Some of these hillbilly, rednecked, trashy people. Let me see if I can. You know what? I got Gavin in the chat room. Let's see if I can let's see if we get Gavin in here to. Gavin, you let me know in the comments if you want to come in here and talk about this. It's kind of just a one-on-one. I'd like to bring Gavin in here, one of the best minds in wrestling, on YouTube, and another guy here on YouTube who is highly underrated. We'll see if Gavin wants to come in, and we'll get his take on this here in a minute. Let me read Gavin's comment. If Vince was racist, he would have made Rocky Johnson a tag team champion when racist was the highest back in the day. I heard this from. Here's the deal. Vince McMahon in the WWE is not racist at all. They're not racist, period. I don't know where people get this thinking from. I don't understand what people are thinking on this. I don't. I don't get it. I don't get why you guys got to take stuff so far and blame every single little problem in the WWE on Vince McMahon. Every little thing that goes wrong. He's like the president. He's like President Obama. Anything that goes wrong in the country, it's President Obama's fault. It must be Obama's fault because he's president. It must be Obama's fault that all these nut jobs all over the country are shooting every school on every street corner. It must be Obama's fault. It must be Vince McMahon's fault that he had to suspend talent for going too far. It's ridiculous. You guys are so extreme. I'm not trying to piss nobody off. I'm not trying to piss in nobody's pool here, but sometimes shit goes a little too far. And like I said, move out of your mom's basement. Realize that, Vince McMahon and the WWE is not racist. And get a clue. Gemini, I'm out of here. It's stupid, ridiculous.